Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about Mikey Garcia. He was on a show called Below the Belt, and I want to talk about. He said he'll take that rematch with Errol Spence maybe someday. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be right now. And the thing that he was saying when he was on that show Below the Belt, and I mean, I am kind of surprised that he want to rematch maybe down the road. Maybe I should be surprised, but I don't know. But at the same time, him talking about Errol Spence kind of surprised him of him switching up the style. Yeah, he kind of surprised everybody. Not just you, Mikey. He surprised everybody because we didn't know he know how to fight like that. Because we always know him by his aggressive style, him walking people down and hitting you to the body and stuff like that. Because when he was fighting Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, he was hitting him mostly to the head with jabs and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, he wasn't hitting him in the body that much. So he came in a different style, and he was kind of cautious too at the same time. I guess because he was trying to outbox you instead of the aggressive style that he comes in with. You know what I'm saying? So, and one thing is, he said Lipnitz hit harder than Errol Spence Jr., which, I mean, Mike Garcia knows how hard he hit because he was in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. But let me tell you something. That's because of his style of fighting. I think he was trying to outbox you more than trying to knock you out. I think he was trying to knock you out in the late rounds, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying? He threw a lot of punches, and then in the ninth round, I seen Errol Spence was kind of out of breath. You know what I'm saying? And not saying he was out of shape, because he threw a lot of punches, and he was moving. I think he was doing a little bit more. I think he was doing a little bit more movement than usual. That's why he was out of breath too at the same time. Moving out the way, hitting you with the jab, you know what I'm saying, and hitting you right here, hitting you right there, you know what I'm saying. He threw a lot of punches at the same time. So me seeing him in the ninth round, when I seen it, I was kind of surprised, but he threw a lot of punches. So I shouldn't be that surprised because I'm not a boxer. I never fought in the ring and never got in the ring. So at the same time, that's why he didn't have enough strength or enough energy to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it goes back on Mikey Garcia too, because Mikey Garcia was trying to stay safe. He was throwing a lot of punches. You know, so he threw a few punches here and there, but he was trying not to get knocked out. So he hit you with some clean punches, but most of the punches was mostly on his glove and stuff like that of Mikey Garcia, because he's protecting himself. Some of them slipped in, you know what I'm saying, slipped through his gloves and hit him, you know what I'm saying. So, but it wasn't a real clear. He didn't get hit in the head or in the body really clean and flush. So order for him to feel the punches at the same time, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. If Mike Garcia do want the rematch and Errol Spence, I don't think Errol Spence might take that rematch. That depends, because I would think this. Errol Spence is not gonna take the rematch right now until he get finished with Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao after that fight, and probably after facing Terrence Crawford. But why would he want to face Mike Garcia? Because order for him to face Mike Garcia, he would have to get one of them belts. So Mike Garcia will have to. Well, more likely he ain't gonna get the WBC belt, because Errol Spence gonna get. I'm thinking he's gonna try to fight for that belt with Sean Porter, which is August the 3rd, which I'm hearing. So the only belt will be left will be Terrence Crawford and Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? So, but him fighting Keith Thurman, well, this is not the video to talk about that. But for him to take the rematch, I think Errol Spence will take the rematch might take the rematch, but I don't think the only way Errol's supposed to take that rematch with Mike Garcia if it's a really good payday after that. But I don't think nobody will probably see it because what they seen in the fight with the first fight, he got dominated. And if he do take that, if Errol Spence do take that a rematch, which I'd be surprised, I think Mike Garcia might get knocked out because I think that Errol Spence gonna switch it on back again to his old style. And then we'll definitely see can you handle the punches then. You know what I'm saying? So and then the body attacks at the same time. But at the same time, Mike Garcia gotta understand this. If you throw more punches, you're gonna be open. You're gonna be wide open. So at the same time, you're playing with fire, man, at the same time. And you know one thing is him daring to be great, it was okay, but after the fight, I mean, during the fight and after the fight, he dominated the fight, which you was even. First of all, you wasn't prepared for that style. Which you know, one thing about elite fighters, well, supposedly like Mike Garcia is supposed to be. He should have been. He should be prepared. He should have an A and B and C plan. He didn't have. He only had an A plan. That's it. He didn't have a B plan. He should have think about what if he changed up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the fighter, and you know you think that Errol Spence is just gonna come in there with that tactic, which he showed. Because I was surprised about he could fight that way. And Errol Spence said in a couple of after a couple of fights that he fought his opponents that he got other tools in the tool belt. You see what I'm saying? So, and you know, it's just he said after that, Mike Garcia said, I think I fought the best pound for pound. I mean, the best welterweight in the division, which is still undecided between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, because do I really believe that Mike Garcia want to fight Errol Spence again? I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't believe him. I'm not gonna say I do believe him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Because Errol Spence he's got the IBF and he's fighting for the WBC belt, and then after that, I mean, the only belt that's left is the WBO and the belt that Keith Thurman has. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's somebody he want to fight for a title. So, and he said he want to stay at 147, which I believe he can still compete on a level with some of these people, with maybe Sean Porter. I mean, well, maybe I would say definitely maybe Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao. If he would have fought Terrence Crawford, maybe Terrence Crawford to a certain extent, but I think still Terrence Crawford might still win that fight, but you never know. Still, because basically I'm going off of what I've seen about Errol Spence and him, Mike Garcia. So I know, I don't know how the second fight would turn out. I think it's going to turn out different. Maybe Mike Garcia might win a couple rounds, but he's going to be wide open too at the same time if he throw punches back at Errol Spence. So, but at the same time, man, what do y'all think, man? What y'all think about Mike Garcia talking about Lupnitz can hit harder than Errol Spence Jr. and he want the rematch with him, and he think he took the fight too soon? And I mean, you know, he should have listened to his corner. I mean, his brother and his father, and I think a couple other people in his camp, you know, saying told him that you jumping up one weight class. He always keep on talking about 2 weight class, but he already fought at 140. I think 2 or 3 times already. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I think he fought at 140. Let's put it like that. But at the same time, man, just be careful what you just be careful. And another thing too, Mike Garcia could have been great if he would have been undisputed and won at the 135 to 140 division. And matter of fact, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something. Mike Garcia could have been the undisputed at 135. But at 140, he could have been undisputed. But that's if Terrence Crawford. That's when Terrence Crawford moved up. Now, if Terrence Crawford stayed at 140, it would have been different. Because I think Terrence Crawford could beat Mike Garcia. But I think that still would be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So but Mike Garcia, people are talking about Errol Spence was bigger, which he was, and he had a longer reach, and he was taller than you too, at the same time. But you beat Robert Easter, who was taller than you, and had a longer reach, and he was taller than Errol Spence Jr. But his IQ, you know what I'm saying, his general leadership in the ring, you know what I'm saying, is different from Errol Spence. So, but at the same time, man, what y'all think about this? About Mike Garcia talking about the rematch and Lipton's hit harder than Errol Spence and other things that he said on the Below the Belt show. So leave a comment about my page, subscribe to my page, like my page, hit the notification bell for new videos from me. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. Bye bye.